immune system. Okay, ang ganda-ganda ng immune system. Okay, so here you can see arm highly infected with pus, ang dami pus. Here we can see blood, and here is a parasitic worm. Here, okay, pointer there, parasitic worm. So right now, first part of immune system. Okay, so the immune system, what's the main function of the immune system? So that's the first question. And that, what is a pathogen? So let's start with what is a pathogen. So here's an example of a pathogen. This is a virus. So a pathogen is anything, any substance that can infect your body. So let's say pollen. Pollen can cause an allergic reaction, so it's a pathogen. A bacteria can cause an infection. A protein can cause an infection. A virus can cause an infection. So those are pathogens. They can invade your body. So what is now the function, or the main function of the immune system? Its function is like this. This is a phalanx. The phalanx is the most advanced military during the time of something BC, in the Roman era. So yung phalanx, wala nakakatalo sa kanila because of its formation. Tight, okay? Sobrang tight, and then ang daming layers nila. Pag namatay itong part na to, may another layer. Pag namatay sila, may another layer. So parang ganun yung immune system. It's a defense line that protects your body. So let's say this is this outermost layer. So itong gawin natin dalawa. Sila yung skin nyo that protects your body from infection, that prevents pathogens from entering your body. So wala na tayong magagawa sa mga part ng body nyo na may butas. So for example, the nostrils, the mouth, eyes, ears, anus, and let's say urethral opening. Okay, so yun, mga opening na wala tayong magagawa. They exist, so those are the possible entrances of your of a pathogen. And another example, yung hindi normal, is yung kapag nagkakaroon ng sugat. So wounds allow entrance of pathogens. So kaya usually ayaw nating magkakasugat. So, paano ba naging maganda yung skin as a protective barrier? Ano bang characteristic ng skin? Tandaan kung anong klaseng tissue matatagpuan sa skin, and those are your epithelial tissues. Epithelial tissues are tightly packed. They prevent entrance of pathogens. So pag nagkasugat ka, doon lang sila papasok. Okay? So the defense mechanisms, unlike sa pinakita ko kanina na ang dami-dami, yung katawan natin, yung immune system natin, mayroon lang first line, yung sa matatagpuan yung skin, not specific. Second line of defense, also not specific, characterized by your phagocytic cells. Example is a macrophage, and mast cell, neutrophils. And then the third line of defense is your specific immune response, specifically your B cells and T cells. So parang ganito yan. Anong pinakamarami dito? Itong first line of defense. So sila yung skin, laki nila. It protects these two parts. So napoprotektahan siya. Tsaka ito. So pag atake ng pathogen, boom, stop. So kapag nakapasok siya, ito yung dalawa, yung unang tatamaan. Ang last is this one. Siya yung third line of defense. Siya yung huling-huling hahawak ng bola. Kapag napatay siya, bitawan ng bola, talo. Okay? Pag namatay yung third line of defense, talo ka. May kasakit ka, may infection ka, probably you will die kung natalo na yung third line of defense. Okay? So, unang-una, first line, second line, and then third line. Okay? So, these are the terms. Define ko lang. Monocyte. Monocyte is yung underdeveloped, hindi pa nagde-develop na macrophage. Macrophage, this is a phagocytic cell. When you say phagocytic, kumakain na cell. Anong kinakain niya? Pathogens or dead cells. Neutrophils, parang macrophage lang din. Phagocytic, but mas marami sila at sila yung unang-unang pupunta sa infection. Let's say sa wound, sila yung unang-una and they are like kamikazes. They die. They explode. Question nyo is, paano sila nakatulong kung nag-explode sila? Kapag napatay na nila yung infection, sasabog sila, and ang function ng macrophage is to clean up after the neutrophil has died. A mast cell, this is the one responsible do sa mga allergic reaction nyo, kung bakit kayo nagkaka-inflammation. This is an example of a granulocyte. May granule sa cell membrane niya. Cytokine, a cell that produces chemicals, okay, for, let's say, attraction, taxis, so on and so forth. Effector cells, from the term itself, siya yung gumagawa ng response, okay, or gumagawa ng, yung nakakagawa ng response. Memory cell, yan. Specifically, T cells and B cells, sila yung may memory cells, sila yung nakakatanda kung anong infection na. Kaya, for example, nagkaroon kayo ng bulutong, after ng bulutong na hindi na kayo magkakaroon because of the memory cell. Okay? Kaya may vaccine para to stimulate production of memory cell. Lymphocytes, okay? So, differentiate lang natin lymphocyte from leukocytes. All lymphocytes are leukocytes, but not all leukocytes are lymphocytes. Bakit? Leukocytes are in general your white blood cells. Lymphocytes are specific type of white blood cells. So, ano yung mga lymphocyte natin? We have T cells and B cells. Okay? B cells, they mature from your bone marrow. Kaya tinawag na B cells. T cells or T lymphocyte cells, they develop from your thymus, found on top of your heart. A granulocyte is a white blood cell that contains granules on their cell membrane. A plasma cell, nagdevelop na B cells. Siya yung nagpo-produce ng antibodies. APC, hindi ito armored personnel carrier ng mga militar. This is antigen presenting cell. So a macrophage can be an antigen presenting cell. An infected cell can be an antigen presenting cell. So anong ginagawa nila? Let's say na-infect ang isang cell ng say virus or any pathogen, and then through the lysosome of that cell, sinira niya yung pathogen, and then afterwards that pathogen madudurog, and then yung debris will be presented outside of the cell. Now you will have, let's say, a B cell, yan, wait, a B cell or a T cell, makikilala nila yung APC. Papatayin nila yung APC or sisirain nila lalo yung dead pathogen. Coelomocytes are macrophages in invertebrates. So, bakit ko sinabi macrophages? Hindi naman macrophages talaga, pero phagocytic cells found in invertebrates. Counterpart sila ng mga macrophage, neutrophil. Basophil, this is a granulocyte. Okay, so eosinophil, pumapatay ng vermiform or mga parasitic worm inside our body. NK cell, ayan, pumapatay ng dito, cancer cells. Cytotoxic T cells also kills cancer cells or infected cells by releasing chemicals. Helper T cells, ito yung tumatawag ng T cells and B cells. Ito yung tina-target ng HIV that renders your immune system inactive. Suppressor T cell, ayan. After some time, magwawala yung cytotoxic T cell. The function of the suppressor T cell is to prevent yung pagwawala ng cytotoxic T cell, because sometimes even healthy cells are killed by your cytotoxic T cells. Memory cells, ito yung responsive, dalawa. Memory cells, nasabi ko na pala. And then, plasma cells, nasabi ko na. Okay. And then, we have chemicals. Perforin, this is a type of chemical released by your cytotoxic T cells. From the term, it's a perforated. So, it's a protein molecule that perforates the cell membrane of a cell. Let's say an infected cell, a cancer cell. Chemokines are chemicals released to activate substances. So, let's say activate your immune system. Let's say chemokines. A pathogen can have a chemokine that will activate the immune response. An interferon is a chemical released by a virus infected cell to alert surrounding cells, neighbor cells, to prepare themselves from a possible infection. An antibody is a chemical produced by your B cells, your plasma B cells that attack, let's say, bacteria or pathogens, okay, but not virus. Antigen or antibody generating substances. A pathogen is an antigen, or there are molecules found in a pathogen that can cause the activation of antibodies, but not doesn't mean antibody lang. Antigen receptor, where your, let's say, helper T cell attaches to, or where an antibody will attach to prevent action of a pathogen. CD4, CD8 found in your helper T cell. Ito po yung nagre-recognize, ito yung nire-render inactive specifically ng AIDS or ng HIV. Histamine, a substance that uh, activates your mast cells, MAST cells. So, sila yung responsible sa allergic reaction nyo. So, ang nangyayari if there are histamines that you inhaled, let's say pollen or any substance that can cause allergic reaction, ang gagawin niya is it will make your blood vessels inflamed or your cells inflamed. Interleukin, ito para silang pantawag. Okay? Under chemokine sila. We have interleukin 1 and interleukin 2 that will be discussed more specifically mamaya. Okay? Lysozyme, yan. So, these are enzymes found in the lysosome of your cells responsible for destruction ng mga pathogens that were eaten. Prostaglandins used in inflammation, causes inflammation. Meron siyang effect sa blood vessels natin. Be discussed later on. Pyrogen, okay, ito yung responsible for fever. Fever is not an infection, it's not a disease, it's not an illness, it's a defense mechanism. Bakit ang ginagawa niya? Pag tumaas ang temperature ng body nyo, most of your pathogens are protein molecules or let's say nucleic acid. Yan, meron sa nucleic acids. Ginagawa nila is that they denature the pathogen. So, ano mangyari? Kapag na-denature tomato, mamamatay sila. Masisira yung action nila. RH factor, ito yung, let's say, AB minus, AB plus, the plus and minus. Important for two individuals to have baby. So, let's say, mother, father, RH negative, RH positive. Si RH negative si mommy, RH positive si daddy. There's a chance that they won't have a second baby. Will be discussed mamaya, later on. MHC genes, this is the one responsible for the production of major histocompatibility complex or MHCs, MHC proteins. Para sa MHC proteins, they are the IDs. Okay? Hemoline, kung kanina merong coelomocytes na counterpart ng macrophages, Ayun, we have hemoline.